Going on to the church in Smyrna, it says in verse 9, I know your tribulation and your poverty, but you are rich, and the slander of those who say that they are Jews and are not, but are a synagogue of Satan. Do not fear what you are about to suffer. Behold, the devil is about to throw some of you into prison, that you may be tested, and for 10 days you will have tribulation. Be faithful unto death, and I will give you the crown of life. This church was not as well known, and it was not as heavily resourced as the church in Ephesus, and yet it is one of two churches Jesus has really nothing negative to say. And I don't think it's because they were perfect. I think that they were probably far from perfect. It's just that he knows that right now they're under an incredible amount of tribulation. Maybe the better word to describe it here would be they are under a crushing amount of pressure, similar to somebody being crushed under the weight of a huge boulder. And Jesus just decides this isn't the time to pick on them. Here's a practical word of application. If you're ever out hiking on a trail, you come across somebody who's literally being crushed under the weight of a boulder, pick another time to rag on them about their imperfections. It's not a good time, all right? And this church in Smyrna was being persecuted. They were under a lot of pressure from the city that they were in. And Jesus, notice what he doesn't say. He doesn't say, hey, I'm about to lift the pressure. He says just the opposite. He says, I'm going to sustain you in and through it. And maybe you need to hear that today, church planters. Maybe you need to hear that today, struggling pastors, struggling servants within the church, that regardless of whatever pressure it is you're facing, whether it's health-wise, whether it's relationally, Jesus doesn't always promise to release the pressure. He promises something better. He promises to sustain you in and through it for your good and his glory and the advancement of the kingdom.